Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. Just us here with my second installment of my attempt to build a propane forge. This one is going to deal with the burner itself. Now there's a lot of designs online that you can look for. Different aspects, different ratios, different whatever. But I found this one out here and I put a little bit of my ideas into it, which I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's see if it does. Let's get it together. Okay, so here I got together all the parts that I need. Now, back in the day when my dad owned a hardware store, none of this stuff was as crazy as expensive as it is today. But here we go. We got a bunch of nipples, a bunch of fittings, attachments, got a propane line, some black pipe. Couldn't find this in black. I got it in galvanized. Hopefully this should not affect the operation of it, or there shouldn't be no danger of fumes coming out of this thing, since it's just a small bit of it, and the flame will be downwind from the pipe. But if it does, we'll be outside, we'll be outdoors, and there shouldn't be any damage or any danger of that. And if there is, then we'll deal with it when the time comes. Alright, so I got some pipe dope here, or thread compound. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff together. Now, this stuff here, I didn't read it. Oh, hold on. So, pretty simple. Just put a little bit here, put a little bit there, just put it all together. A bunch of wrenches, a couple ratchets. Got this one here, got this one here. Make this nice and tight. Now you want to make this tight, you want to put the compound in there, because if you don't, the propane might leak out. Not a good thing when you're trying to get something to forge temperature and flames are coming out of the side of a propane tank. I imagine that would ruin your day. But that's just me. We're going to make this nice and tight. Oops. Here. Here. Come on. I love these wrenches. These things are awesome. Okay. Put the tread there. Not too much. It's just ridiculous. Nice and tight. Right there. Have to get some more paper towel. Let's see. All right. Let's take some of this excess out from here. Okay, so now this nipple here, notice I drilled a little hole right there. Tiny, I can't tell you what size it was. I just grabbed the smallest bit that I have. I think it was like a number 60 or something like that. A little more piping compound, just a tad bit. Right here. here. Oops, well actually, no, wait a minute. Now, as you can see with this one here, got a hole there, go a hole here. Now what's going to happen is, that little hole right there, the propane is going to go out there and shoot down this barrel. First we want to put this in here like this. Then, we put the compound on here, like so. Tighten that up, look good. That should be really good, nice and tight. I made a mistake. I forgot all about the pilot hose here. Let's do that next. Okay, here we are at my shop. Here goes that galvanized reducer. What I did was I punched a couple pilot holes right here. I'm going to go ahead and drill. Alright, so here's the drill. Little squirt of oil right up on top. Let's go nice and slow. Like butter. Okay, let's see if this will work. I hope I got the right size. I try to match them as best as I can in the hardware store, but you know, sometimes. Well, and as you know, when you're tapping, you go a couple of turns, you come out, half a turn, come out. You really do not want to break one of these bits inside of something you're trying to make threads on. This stuff here is hardened steel, and it's a real pain to get out of there if you break it out. You try drilling this out of here, and most of the time you drill around it, which damage the material more than you damage the bit. Use a little more oil in there. Almost through. And there you have it. Nice and clean threads. And make sure the screws I bought were made up to that. Here we go. Bingo. There we go. Fits right in there just nicely. Now we do the other one. Alright, so here we are, back from the shed, in the house where there is blessed AC. My shed is hot. One of these days I'm going to get the AC working. Right now it blows the fuse. But that's another story for another time. So now I got that drilled. Got drilled and tapped. As you can see, I ground these little tiny screws down to a little point so they can grab onto this while it's in there so it doesn't move. So I think that's pretty cool. So now that we got all this done, we'll put this in here. Oh, too tight. Alright, that goes in there. A little more piping compound, thread compound, whatever you want to call it. Not too much, just a little bit. It'll spread around as it goes. To this. So this goes all the way around. Drag it. So put that in there. Oops, wrong way. That's. Grab it. Nice and tight. And finally, for some reason, I went to Home Depot, just couldn't have a cap. I had to buy a plug and a union. It's ridiculous. But that's what it is. Oh, did I mention the fact that stuff is expensive as hell? Ridiculous. I wasn't sure if I should just order one of these burners or buy one, but it still winds up a little bit cheaper to make one of these on your own. Just a wee bit more. Alright. There. And maybe a little bit more. Right there. Alright, so we got all this together. Now, as you can see, I put a little marker right there that should be directly behind that mark right there. So that, and this has to go straight down the middle of the pipe, straight down so it can flow all the way through. Hopefully this is good right there. Let's see. Turn that up. Tighten this one up. I don't want to do it too tight because I don't want to puncture a hole in the PV or the brass, and I definitely don't want to strip these threads that I just put on there. So let's see that right there. That should be good. Let's see. Directly behind there, as you can see. I don't know if you could see the hole. There it is. I think that's it, yeah. Yeah, looks like it might need a little bit of adjusting, but basically that's it. Put this sucker on there like that. And then all is next. Put it on a vise. Hook up the propane. I should be able to adjust this in and out so we can get the optimal flame. But that's next time. Y'all have a blessed day. Much love to you. God bless.